Hello everyone. I know it's been several years since I've posted a video about my planners, but I've been called and compelled to actually get back on this platform and let you know what's been going on in my life and how I've been planning everything and moving forward with some projects I'd like to start. So I figured the best way to do that was just to give you an overview of the planners I've been using and how I'm using them. So for this video, it's just going to be a quick outline of the planners that I'm using, not an in-depth, and then I will have separate videos on each one of these planners. So first at the top is a Filofax Personal Malden in stone, and I'm using this as my wallet. And as you can see, it's got some scratches and some stains on here that I just can't get off. So if anyone has any tips or tricks on how to remove stains from the stone Malden, I would appreciate it. But basically I've got in here some note pages. Of course I've got my cards and cash on the side, but I've got note pages, I've got some calendar pages, yearly overview, I've got some GTD lists, I've got a weekly week on 2 pages Filofax. I really haven't been using this very much because I'm using my other planners, which I'll show you. And then back here I've got some wallet information, so checks, cards, passwords, and such. And then the very last tab, which you'll probably want to see, is also some more reference lists. So I've got these, this is my index here, and I've got a list here for things that are in my A5. And then I've just got them, this is kind of an old school version of keeping track of reference lists, movies, addresses, camping lists, all that kind of stuff is in here. So this I carry with me all the time as my wallet. The second one is not necessarily a planner, but I touch it several times a week, if not almost every day, and that is my journal. And this is a Moterm cover in black, and then when you open it up, it has an A5 Stayology in it. It's got a couple of Post-its and a ruler that I use in my journal, and then here I have a Kaweco Sport fountain pen, which I absolutely love the way that this writes, especially on this paper. But this is a very personal thing to me, which I don't know how much I'll be showing on the inside, but I've got journal entries, I've got tarot spreads, just all of my thoughts, poems, stories go in here. So kind of my place where all my thoughts and spiritual stuff go into. And again, I touch this often, and it's really a place I put a lot of my study information. So if I look up something that interests me, which of late has all been spiritual kind of stuff, it will go in here, and then I'll reference that later. All right, so this is a recent addition to my lineup, and this is a Filofax Flex A5, and in it I have the cloth and paper and Infinite Lotus half-letter disc-bound inserts. And again, I've got sticky notes and things like that, and transparent dots and things that I use for planning. And this right now is kind of my passion project planner. So I had been using the A5 Filofax, but wanted something that was a little bit more easy to transport, to take with me to work in and out of my bag. And this was just getting too heavy, too bulky. And this is a lot more light and easily transportable. And so that's what I'm using this for. But there's, I don't know if you can see the tabs at the top here, which you probably can't, but one says PROJ for project, the other says quarter, and then the third says day. And then I do have one of these today markers here for the month. And right now I have lined pages. I've had a bunch of different inserts. Sorry, don't know if you saw that. Lined pages from cloth and paper. I've got these organized lists from Infinite Lotus. Then I have, let me get a blank page. Then I have this grid, daily grid from cloth and paper. And then I've got the 2021 overview from cloth and paper, which I'm also getting for 2022, which I love these because I use these black sticky notes to plan like 3 different things for each quarter, and then any trips I'm taking, any ideas that I have for the quarter go in here. So I got this in the middle of the year, so I think I got it at like the beginning of quarter 3 or maybe the end of quarter 2. I got these inserts. So I've kind of been back planning a little bit in these. And then I also have the month, sorry, I have so many notes in here, the month on one page from cloth and paper, which I really have been enjoying. There are kind of specific things I've been doing in these pages that I found are really helpful for planning. Right now, a lot of this is documenting significant things in my life, spiritual things that I'm doing, tarot readings, trips that I'm taking, gratitude, and that kind of thing. So again, a passion project of mine and that I've been working on the last several months, which part of that is starting to post again on this platform and put myself out there and into the ether and see where this goes. So it's kind of exciting, a little bit nervous, but that will all come, and I plan on taking you guys along on my journey. So let's just say that. In what way, shape, or form, in what manner, I am not sure. So again, we'll see where this goes. And then the last insert or type of inserts I have in here are the day on one page from cloth and paper, which I don't right now utilize. But for 2022, I've ordered the cloth and paper monthly and weekly vertical lined inserts because I plan on making my half letter my everyday planner. So I have one place for calendar, project, all of that stuff. So one planner to rule them all, right? Oh, and I lied. And then I do have some dot grid at the back where I've just been taking notes and things like that on my passion project. And I do have a couple little sticky notes back here. And then I do want to mention this. It's a little packet of journaling paper, just little paper in case when I out and about and I have some thoughts that I want to journal about, I can grab those note pages and just write my thoughts out and transfer those or paste those pages into my journal, because I typically don't carry this with me everywhere. I may move into a B6 next year so that I can. However, I have pages in my planner specific for journaling. And to denote that, it's craft paper or kind of off-white cream-colored paper. So in my brain, black and gray is very like heavy, everyday stuff. So home tasks, work tasks, planning things, calling people, just the normal everyday stuff that you have to do. When I want to have, I want to get my thoughts out on paper, or I want to journal about something, or hear something or see something significant that I want to document, that stuff goes on craft paper, and that's my signifier that it's moving towards something more spiritual and something that is I'm processing within myself versus something I need to do externally in the world. Don't know if that was too deep for you guys, but again, we'll get more into this in my future videos about my planners when I go in depth into each one as I wrap up the end of the year and transition into the kind of new way I want to plan and document things for 2022. So this is a black A5 Chameleon Filofax that I use for my everyday home planning stuff. Again, it's black denotes to me like life stuff, like this this world stuff. So again, we've got sticky notes, we've got a bunch of stuff from cloth and paper. I mean, we can all say and agree that they have the best stuff. And there's so many shops that have great things, but I've stuck with cloth and paper and Infinite Lotus for a very long time, and just tend to stick with those because I am familiar with them and know them. Again, here's another little packet of paper, craft paper, like little Moleskine paper in case I want to journal or document anything, and I have this with me. So I have those in both of my planners, and you'll see also I have some other things that I use to document. Again, I'm going to go through more in detail of these planners, but I've got some task cards, some routine cards, which I'll need to update. But just real quick, I'm obsessed with typewriters and doing everything very old school, documenting with typewriters. And so I took these little cards and typed them out, cut them and corner rounded them and put them in my planner in these little task cards, and I love them. But I just don't reference them that often, so I need to find a better way to look at these in just my routine. I've got a year overview, and then I haven't updated this, but this is my year review. Again, loving these little black sticky notes. As you see, I haven't planned anything for the last half of the year because I'm kind of in two places, two planners at once. So, you know, we'll get there. And again, this was brainstorming for me for planning. If you guys would like a video on how I did this and how I've kind of tried to figure out my life per quarter, which I will tell you I've not been super successful in doing, but I've done the planning. The execution, we can talk about that another day. Also trying to do some planning by the lunar cycles, which I've really been enjoying because when I feel like planning or setting intentions or setting goals, I have seen that it is always aligned with the new moon. So I don't even think about it. I check my calendar, which I've documented each month, the new moon, the cycles, the first quarter, last quarter, full moon, and it is forever always the new moon that I feel the need or compelled to set intentions and to move forward with some idea that I have. Again, this is overviews and the like. And then we get into the monthly sections. But before that, I've got a couple extra little pages here. And I do have several pages of this craft paper unlined A5. And this is, again, where I can journal stuff when I'm out and about, usually at work, on a break, watching a YouTube video about something or listening to a podcast, and then I just have a thought or an idea or just want to get something out. And I will take this craft paper, and I have a white gel pen on my desk at work, and I just get it all out. So I've got the month tabs at the top from cloth and paper, and each month I have kind of a theme. So I have, things like that. I've got all kinds of stuff. And I did want to show you something that I try to do every month, which I haven't done this month and you know what, I don't think I have one. But I try to do a monthly intention setting invocation for the month to set the tone for the month. So a lot of my planning has become more intuitive, let's say that. And so that's what I'm leaning into right now, and I have been for most of this year, is really doing more intuitive planning and trying to check in with myself and what I want to do. So I've got and this is again cloth and paper, so I've got let me get to a blank month here, so we'll go to December. I've got a lot of stuff in pencils that I've pre-planned, holidays, weddings, travel, and all that stuff. So this is the cloth and paper. And then I've got a couple of, this is Infinite Lotus. Infinite Lotus is a monthly, and then And I lied to you again. It's Infinite Lotus for the weekly. I apologize. Cloth and paper were the dividers at the top. So I've got a week on one page and then lists on this side, which I really enjoy these inserts because I would do like tasks here or appointments here and then tasks here in these columns. But I would never really fill out anything over here. So this ended up being like journaling or sticky notes or thoughts for the week, which is still great. But I'm going to adjust in 2022. So, and in the back I have a couple of daily pages. Again, I don't typically use daily pages in my planners for whatever reason. So a couple little reference pages in the back and a page lifter. And again, I've got a little pocket with some transparent dots, and again, more pages for potential journaling sessions while I'm out and about, because I always have thoughts about things, not just about planning, but just about life in general. So that, guys, is my very quick overview on my 2021 planning as of now, which the date today is 10/10/21. So some synchronicities there, which is interesting. And I hope everyone has been well, and I plan on posting more videos. I hope you'll join me on my journey, and I'm looking forward to being back and talking to you guys. I've missed you all very much and hope you're all well. Thanks, and have a great day.